I'm going to read you a story called Chicks and Salsa by Aaron Reynolds, and it's illustrated by Paulette Bogan. But first, let's take a picture. Where do you think the story takes place? Did you say farm? Good job. So we're going to read to find out how the animals solve their problem. The animals have a horrible problem, and you've got to be able to tell me what happens in the story and how did they solve the problem. There were grumblings in the hen house of Nuthatcher Farm. The chickens were tired of chicken feed, and the rooster took it upon himself to solve this problem. You know what the problem is? They're tired of eating the same old food. I wonder what's going to happen. Mrs. Nuthatcher, the farmer's wife, has started watching cooking shows in the afternoon. The rooster was perched up on the fence post outside the farmhouse window when he discovered the solution to his problem. And look, do you know what that says? He's looking at the cooking shows. He said, salsa. Do you like salsa? Led by the rooster, the chickens crept into the garden where they took tomatoes and uprooted onions. That night, the chickens ate chips and salsa, though nobody was quite certain where the chickens got the chips. The tasty tang of tomatoes and onions hung from the barnyard, and the rooster said, "Olé!" You know what olé is? That's excitement in Spanish. Very soon there were mumblings at the duck pond of Nuthatcher Farm. Inspired by the chickens, the ducks decided that they were tired of eating fish. With the rooster's encouragement, the ducks dipped into the garden where they selected cilantro and gathered the garlic. Look, he's tired of eating the fish. I wonder what they're going to make. That night, the ducks ate guacamole, though nobody was quite certain where the ducks got the avocados. Look at the fish eating the avocado. The spicy scent of garlic and cilantro hung over the barnyard, and the duck said, "Away!" The next morning, there were rumblings in the pig pen of Nuthatcher Farm. Overwhelmed by the enticing aromas, that's a very good smell, the pigs decided that they were tired of eating their slop. Look. While the rooster distracted Farmer Nuthatcher, the pigs plodded into the garden where they borrowed beans and chopped chilies. Look, I bet that chili's hot. I wonder what they're going to make. That night, the pigs ate nachos, though nobody was quite certain where the pigs got the nacho cheese sauce. The delightful delicatessen of the cheese and the chilies hung over the barnyard, and the pig said, "Away!" As everyone knows, when a passion for southwestern cuisine takes hold of the farm animals and so many sumptuous, spicy, savory scents collide in the barnyard air, it can only lead to one thing. What are they going ready to do? Fiesta! The rooster got things organized and then returned to his fence post to watch for a good enchilada recipe. And the horses decorated the barn. The bull practiced his Mexican hat dance, though nobody was quite certain where the bull got the sombrero. Look, he's doing the hat dance. And the chickens and the ducks and the pigs snuck into the garden, but all of their spicy southwestern supplies were gone. The scallions had been stolen, the peppers had been pilfered, and the limes had been lifted. They used up all the materials, look. But there were slurpings in the kitchen of Nuthatcher Farm. Stirred by the succulent smells in the barnyard, Miss Nuthatcher had decided to make tamales for the county fair. That's who took all of them. A saucy sweetness hung over the farmhouse kitchen, and Miss Nuthatcher said, "Away!" Disappointed, the animals had to cancel the fiesta. That evening, the chickens ate their chicken feed, the ducks ate their fish, and the pigs ate their slop. But while the nuthatchers were at the fair, the rooster crept into the kitchen and borrowed a French cookbook. The next morning, the rooster ate crepes with white grapes and champagne sauce, though nobody was quite certain where the rooster learned how to read. A satisfied smile stretched over the rooster's beak, and the rooster said, "Oh la la."